YouTube. Ghost trick. Day 4, I think? Let's get into it. Oh, no. Oh, no! 4? So what up, guys? Oh, yeah, he just rolled on... Their hats are stupid. He just rolled on in. Ahem. Gotta get back into the voice. You knew, didn't you, Inspector Cabanella, that the execution was tonight? I don't believe I had any obligation to tell you. Well, that's just a bit mean. Bed frame is part of the bed. Yeah, but I didn't move, like, the mattress is what I mean. Just the frame itself. And you're fine with this? I mean, you know as well as I do. Detective Jowd could never have done such a thing. Ha ha ha! Oh, come on now, baby. I know no such thing. Huh? I know 2 things to be true, and 2 things only. 1, he was given the death penalty, and 2, he tried to escape. Well, I mean, yeah, he was given the death penalty. What else could I do but haul him in, baby? I mean, he's not wrong, he's just kind of a jerk about it. If that's the case, why did you... You brought him here? Whatever do you mean, young lady? He escaped from prison, right? So why didn't you just take him back to prison? Yeah, he was in the yard. He was like 8 feet away from the front door. Did you bring him here? I haven't seen him, but is he actually here instead of the prison? Because, like, it's kind of a real dead giveaway where your allegiances are at that point. I think you only brought him here to brag about your accomplishment. Isn't that right, Inspector? Is she doing a bit? Because he wouldn't need to bring him here for that. For your own selfish reasons. So are all the rumors about you true? That the only thing you care about is a spotless record? Is that more important to you than saving a friend? Maybe she's not doing a bit. Everybody has certain principles they can't go back on, including me. You'll understand that someday, baby. It's hard to know. Is that me? It's Jowd. Yeah, so he brought Jowd here when he very obviously should have just gone back to the prison. Bringing him here does allow the execution to be delayed because obviously he's not at the prison being executed, which I assume is what might be happening, or assume she would at least assume. But she's instead assuming Cabanella's in it for the glory, but also maybe she's just feeding him that line so that he saves face. I don't know. Not quite sure what to think at this point. But Detective Jowd. I'm a death row inmate who escaped from prison. This is how it should be. But... Yeah, again, though, why'd you bring him here? You didn't need to be here to brag about the accomplishment, per se. According to what I heard, Amelia was supposed to go to some sort of lesson tonight. Those horrible kidnappers, they were lying in wait for her. But Amelia didn't go after all. After all, she couldn't go out. She had a fever. Huh? So the kidnappers grabbed Camilla by mistake instead? Apparently. Amelia and Camilla are about the same age. Or Amelie? Is it meant to be Amelie, like the French film? I'm gonna assume. Amelie? And Camilla, that's fucking... are about the same age. The kidnappers must have gotten the two of them mixed up. It's my fault. If I hadn't asked Camilla to do that errand for me, this never would have happened. You know, I mean, how could you have possibly known the chicken kitchen was right next door to flute practice at night? It's like 9 p.m. What is she doing going to rehearsal? Oh, right. You asked her to bring her the music box. Camilla. Hey, Jowd, what up? So, Mr. Ghost, we meet again. I heard something happened. Something about a kidnapping. Some kidnappers are saying they've abducted the Justice Minister's daughter. That's terrible. What are their demands? The carrying out of your execution tonight. Ha ha ha! At least he's in good spirits about it. I had no idea I was so hated. But the minister doesn't have to worry. I die and it's all over. Very simple. Oh, I brought her with me. It's not that simple! Why not? Because it isn't really the minister's daughter who got kidnapped. It's Camila. What? Camila? I checked it out for myself. I'm positive. No, it can't be! And by the way, Camila told me something very interesting. She said the one who killed her mother 5 years ago was Camila herself. Oh, shit. What are you talking about? Don't listen to him. I'm the one who shot her. I'm the one who shot Alma. And when I'm executed tonight, it will be the end of it. Camila won't have to suffer anymore after tonight. I don't know, bro. She doesn't have a parent in her life. That's kind of suffering, if you ask me. For a capable detective, you say some incredibly misguided things. Your dying isn't going to end the girl's suffering. It's just bringing her new suffering. The only person's pain this execution is going to ease is yours. Fucking hitting him with truth bombs! Look at his face. He just watched Nagasaki get obliterated by a truth bomb! Maybe that's inappropriate. Ah, well. Millions. Thousands died! But it was a while ago, so who cares? Is it true what Camila said? Why don't you tell us what you know? Yes, explain yourself, Jowd. To be honest, I still don't understand what happened that day. It was my wife's, Alma's, birthday. We came home from work and she went in first. Bang! Stuff alright, being an orphan sucks. Yeah. Understatement of the century there, Ark. Oh yeah, she hid, and like... It's like, oh, I can't wait for Mom's present, this Rube Goldberg machine to go off, and then the gun shot her. I looked for the shooter, but there was nobody to be found. There was nobody besides Alma and Camila, just the two of them. So the little lady's mother died right in front of her. Oh my, that's so horrible. Camila told me about it. She was crying. She said the contraption she made did something it wasn't supposed to. Made an impossible move. An impossible move? Suspicious. Someone rigged the thing after she hid? That sounds like maybe. It's been 5 years since then. I stopped thinking about it. Did you? Did you, guy who paints my face in his prison cell? Did you? I shot Alma. There's no other explanation. That's what I'd convinced everyone of, even me. But tonight you showed up and gave me an explanation I never would have thought of before. The powers of the dead, right? That day in that room, powers I didn't understand were at work. Oh! I guess it's possible, but I mean, fuck, dude, it was 5 years ago. It's not really something I can go and check out. And if that's the case, it clears up all the mysteries. Maybe not all. There are a couple of other people who know about these powers. Well, she only has an inkling at best. Is somebody there? Can you hear me? I can sense your presence, you know. But, like, she doesn't actually know about the powers of the dead. It's really more of a, she has an inkling. The kidnappers who abducted Camila knew about these powers. Again, no, they didn't. Just kind of sort of sensed you. That doesn't mean they know exactly how it works and that you're dead and are spying on them. What's happened? Do you need a recap? Kidnappers took his daughter, thinking it was the Justice Minister's, to try and blackmail the Justice Minister into killing him in a state-ordered execution. I've been going around making sure that doesn't happen. And right now, he's revealing the details about what happened the day his wife died. This is no ordinary kidnapping. It looks like my wife's case isn't coming to an end after all. I'm the only one who thought it was. Well, yeah. Duh. Detective Jowd. Fucking stop sending me notifications. I don't care. I swear to God. You download the Crunchyroll app for one joke, and all of a sudden it's just watch Baka and test this, or whatever the fuck. There's still time before dawn. A little, anyway. How about you see this case through to the end before you die?
Camilla was quite a little girl, but she was good with her hands. She was a little genius at making elaborate toys and contraptions.
How he strangled her with a map? He didn't kill anyone with a map. I don't think a map's involved. Maybe a globe. If you want to call a globe a map, then I guess a map might be involved. Whose daughter is Camilla? His daughter. She's the pink-haired girl who lives with Lynn as kind of a little sister figure. So we'd easily get to and leave it without the kid hearing them, provided they were sneaky enough. Well, also if they're like me and have ghost powers, Arg, is what they're suggesting. Where's the Justice Minister's daughter? She's still at home. The kidnappers got the wrong kid.
There's still two very strange points about that contraption.
Hidden in the house and left in the confusion of the cops. That is possible. What they're implying here is that it's somebody like me who's dead and had the ability to move shit around. Which kid did they get? Yes, they got Camilla. There you go, 7-9. The first was, of course, the firing of that gun.
Right, that was an antique gun. I'd had it on display for years.
So it wasn't part of the little lady's original diagram. Of course it wasn't. It was supposed to be a surprise for her mother's birthday.
And the other strange point was the movement of that Cupid.
Cupid?
Yeah, the Matryoshka dolls.
It spun, right?
It was supposed to shoot its arrow without turning around.
Yay!
Somebody made a change to the contraption design and then manipulated it.
You have this case solved. Didn't we do this many streams ago? It's a flashback. I don't know what to say.
I didn't have time to think things through then. All I knew was I had to protect Camilla. I made a small adjustment to the scene and turned myself in.
He just put his handprints over everything.
Flashback, yeah, I know.
In a game involving Phoenix Wright writers? Unheard of. What kind of an adjustment?
The gun, of course.
The gun, eh? Come to think of it. So did he kill the wife or what? He thought he did, but perhaps he didn't. Waggle eyebrows. Besides, you said you've solved the case. So surely you know. Unless you're referring to a different case. There was no gun there, just a picture hanging on the wall.
Of course not. I secretly switched the gun out of that frame with the picture.
Oh.
I didn't believe what she told me about her contraption, but one thing was for certain. That gun was still smoking.
So the gun really did shoot Alma.
I hid the gun before I went to the police.
You hid it?
I put it in a wooden box and gave it to a certain detective.
What? You mean...
And that detective still thinks it's a music box. Bam! Gotcha, bitch!
That's what was in the box, huh?
I got a different murder weapon ready to give to the police. My own pistol. I did a few other things to make it look good. I won't go into detail.
He shot his wife again, so the entry wound was the same, and that's really unnecessary, but I mean, it worked. Also, so she was a detective 5 years ago, so she's got to be assuming, let's be generous here, even with Cabanella's help having her pass the detective's exam, she's got to be like 20 minimum. These games love their prodigies. And then 5 years go by. She's like 25 at this point. I solved the case of which girl they had. Oh, I see. I'm saying you're assuming another ghost could have done it. I'm saying the explanation goes beyond ghosts being involved. True, but the detective did look around and, like, I guess he could have set it up and then left, but there's no guarantee the daughter wouldn't have come in, seen something was wrong with her contraption, and then fixed it at that point. Is she prodigious? I mean, she's quite young and a detective, but she also cheated on her entrance exam, so I wouldn't say she's a prodigy. Or progeny, if you will. Detective Jowd, is what you just told us now true?
Yes, of course.
The only person in... Well, other than the two background characters who don't matter for shit, the only person in this room who hasn't died tonight is Cabanella. Which is... That's something. In that case, there's still time.
Still time. What's Cabanela been up to? He caught Jowd escaping prison and brought him here.
Time to solve that case that started 5 years ago.
Yeah, I can't really do that. I'm not a time travel ghost. I'm a leap across town through the phone line kind of ghost.
You didn't do it, Detective Jowd, and of course little Camilla didn't do it either. So the true perpetrator is out there, and I'm going to prove it. For Camilla's sake.
He doesn't want to get his white coat dirty. Ah, well, of course. We are a time-traveling ghost. 4 minutes. You know what? You raise a good point. We are a time-traveling ghost. Just, not a whole lot of time for the travel there. That sounds wonderful.
Thank you, Detective Jowd.
Lynn, where is that music box now? Ooh, about that.
Ahem. It's in Temsic Park. Camilla left it there. How did you possibly know that?
That gun is important evidence. You better go pick it up.
Yes, sir. I'll go right now. Cecil, take care of Detective Jowd. Do something about the kidnapping so we can get the minister on our side.
And yet again, I say easy enough for you to say. Cecil, I'll go get a box. You solve a kidnapping. Yeah, meanwhile, Cabanela's like, yo, what the fuck? I need a haircut looking at my hair. Holy shit. It is getting long, baby. Ahem. What's going on? Deal me the deal, Mr. Death Row inmate. Haven't figured out who we are yet, or are we still amnesiac? No, we have no idea who we are. Just our name is Cecil. A little change in plans. My daughter has been kidnapped. I can't just go off and die without doing something. Can we get a better name? No. But you're in our custody, don't forget. But back at the prison, everybody's waiting for you with a special seat just for you, baby. Well, A, I blew that thing up, and B, yo, whatever happened to the rock and roll kid? Did he just escape, or like, I guess we better prove my innocence on the double. On the double, is it? You sound so determined, old friend. I want to save Camilla in more ways than one. And that's all there is to it. I see, my old friend, in more ways than one. What say you, Mr. Minister? May we have your decision? Oh, sorry, I forgot I was in the room. Where's memory? It's still at the chicken kitchen, I imagine. I got the impression the kid hid enough time that a non-ghost somebody could have altered the contraption, provided they were hiding in the house or some such. Jowd mentioned he looked around and didn't find anybody, so in order for that to work, they'd have had to have fled the scene. I imagine a police detective is pretty good at searching the immediate area to find a shooter. It's possible he missed it, but right now we're operating on the theory that there were ghost abilities. So Camilla killed her mom. That was what was implied, but now we think there might have been a ghost. And we're going to execute her. Not if a ghost did it. We're working on it. Or should we hold off and wait for this important evidence to come in? You guys are so quick to jump on executing people. Depends on how good the criminal... that's true. That's true. Both are possibilities. The order still stands. Bring the prisoner back immediately and resume its enforcement. Its enforcement? Okay. It's a low bow you just gave. As you wish, Your Excellency. Please don't bow down to me. And especially not that low. In that case, can I have one of your boys arrange a prison van to pick him up? You know they just drove over in his convertible. But he's like, oh man, going back to the prison? Psh, better call for a van. Do you just have that? He just has a chair with him. Yeah, alright, fair enough. Man needs a seat sometimes. Strangling with maps. The van should take about 10 minutes, I'm guessing.
your escape tonight was brilliant. Will you show me another miracle in these last few minutes of yours, Mr. Death Row inmate? Well, I mean, no one's dead right here, so, I gotta get to the phone and, convince the minister his daughter is fine, right? Dude was in shock seeing his wife suddenly dead, so he could have missed some things. It's true. What you're saying isn't incorrect. I will go ahead and, assume that the game knows what it's talking about when it says a ghost must have been involved, because now there's a power beyond understanding that has been introduced to the detective. We gotta kill someone. Yes, we need to kill someone so we can go back 4 minutes just to save them and alter some stuff. I'm glad to see Detective Jowd. I mean, technically, if Jowd wanted to, like, take the spear and stab Cabanela, I could save Cabanela, introduce myself, and be like, hi, I'm the ghost that's helping him, and then stop Jowd from stabbing him. Feels like it'd be real easy to do that. Little fucked, but real easy. Was it the lamp from the beginning? Yes, the lamp from the beginning murdered Zhao's kid. He strangled her with the electrical cord. How did you know? Or he pulled the trigger of the gun with his lamp cord. I don't know, whatever it is. I feel like I'm under the gun here. Even if Lynn does come through with proof of Jowd's innocence, it'll be meaningless if Jowd or Camila dies. I've got to do something about the kidnapping. Somehow. Maybe I should ask for some advice from the capable detective over there. I feel like the first thing to do is convince the Justice Minister that his daughter is fine. Again, might be jumping to conclusions just to progress the plot. We're a ghost who travels through time. Give him a fucking break. Oh man, this time-traveling ghost story doesn't quite hold water in this department. Oh, you think? You think maybe? Just enjoy the spectacle. If there's a massive logic flaw, call it out, but that one's not worth sweating over. Most likely, the minister won't stop the execution, not as long as there's any small chance his daughter is the one who is kidnapped. But she isn't! I'm sure of it! Let's find the wife's corpse. They have to have been dead for less than a day. They established that at the beginning of the game, 7-9. They have to have been dead less than 24 hours. Well, it would be great if we could prove that to the minister. Yeah, I need to go to the apartment. And get the phone to, Yeah. I gotta go to the apartment and call Camila. You're the only one who can change the situation. Gee, detective. For the past 5 years, Camila is the only thing that's kept me going. I can't go meekly to the chair now. I hate to ask this, but would you mind saving me? I'll try. The key to getting Justice Minister is to stop the execution of his wife and daughter. Alright, I'm off to the phones. Lady Red's apartment. Let's do this. How far in are we? This is chapter 12 or 13, I want to say. Just because a PC is time-traveling ghost doesn't mean that every fucking crime from years ago is related. It's true, but think about how a story gets told, and like, come on. It's all fiction, it's all made up, it's all good fun. Sure, it's possible a dude broke in, altered the machine, and left, but then how would the dude know the machine was even there? You run into that problem. A ghost who was watching the whole thing would know. We're killing the wife and the daughter. No, we're killing the wife so that the daughter is free to call the dad. Obviously, 7-9. Just as I thought. The little girl is safe in her bed. Sick bass riff there, guys. Murder, execution, jailbait, betrayal, and now kidnapping. The last thing in the long chain of a sad fate lit a fire in Jowd's heart. And the chance, that's a weird way of phrasing that, and the chance to turn it all around is right here in this room. She's already sick? No, that we're saving the daughter. That's not the wife. What do you mean, 7-9? I'm getting a strange premonition. Everything that happened so far tonight is related back to me in some way. And I bet this mistake-ridden abduction does, too. So, what a fucker that was already in the house. Oh, achievement. Cool, thanks. That is cleared chapter 12. Excellent. So, we're on to chapter 13.
Fucker that was already in the house hiding and watching, biding their time to strike. Yeah, but they're more likely to get caught and be found. And, like, if a fucker was actually hiding in the house waiting to kill them, surely his master plan wouldn't be, I bet the daughter's gonna rig up a contraption I can conjigger in order to do something. And, like, remember, the Cupid turned weirdly at the last second. So unless he somehow got the Cupid to rotate to set the gun off, which a ghost could do, then... And the gun wasn't a part of it. He could have modified the trap to include the gun, but the Cupid rose out of the box and spun around. So either a ghost just spun the Cupid and, you know, rigged up the gun, or the guy somehow installed a Cupid spinning device into the rope. The more I say it out loud, the less it could be that it was just some dude hiding in a house. Because also, he would have just shot them. He wouldn't have bothered with the Rube Goldberg machine. That's a hell of a crime of opportunity. You planned for a little girl to set up a machine you could then configure into murdering someone? That seems like a long shot at best. I visited the novelist's apartment again. I'm hoping to be able to do something about this mistaken identity kidnapping. You're not a Cupid expert? That's true. I assume. It's good to not be an expert on naked babies who shoot arrows at people. Just saying, that's not... that you don't want that to be your field of expertise. As long as there's any possibility it could be his own daughter who was kidnapped, I doubt the Justice Minister will call off the execution tonight. The key to dispelling the minister's doubts is now in bed coughing. I need to use this key before the prison van arrives to pick up our death row inmate. Yeah, so I have 10 minutes to fuck around in the apartment and get this girl on the telephone with her dad. And here's the wine mother herself, all dressed up and nowhere to go. My darling angel, oh, just listen to that cough. You naughty thing. Did you leave your nice warm bed to go out into the night and play? A daughter after my own heart. I must confess I didn't even notice you were gone. Well, that's a good mother there, right there. Didn't notice her sick daughter was missing. Oh, well, she wasn't anyway, so there you go. A pro assassin. The assassins in this game are nearsighted Jigo. Use an opportunity to kill the wife and send a message could be a thing, but whatever. This argument is clearly not going anywhere. It's ultimately pointless. Let's move on. I agree. Why didn't we save him? Is he dead? Oh, yeah, I'm pretty sure he's dead. We still have time. We'd have to find his body, and who knows where that could be.
Mummy, I didn't go out to play. I went to buy Papa a birthday present.
It's in the jar.
He said he wanted a new lighter.
But that's no reason to go out this late at night. This child went out on the streets unattended and bought a lighter? Who the fuck sold this kid a lighter? It's like 10... I don't know what time it is, but... Wait a minute, I do actually. Hold on. It's... I assume this is the next chapter. Yeah, it's 1 in the morning! Somebody saw this child buying a lighter and said, tracks, here you go.
But my fever finally went down. I could barely move before that.
A convenience store. Yeah, awful fucking convenient of them. But look at what it brought you. Your fever is worse now than ever. Here is to the feverish passion of my darling angel.
Mama?
Yes, darling?
Let's call Papa and wish him a happy birthday, even though it's already past midnight.
Not tonight, Amelie.
I hate you.
It looks like this little girl was safe all along. Couldn't the minister, like, go round to his place and check? Or I guess this isn't his place. They moved to an apartment, right? The fuck sells a child a lighter? Yeah, especially if they're alone in the middle of the night. Yeah, no, that I'll agree with you 100% on. That's an insane thing that happened. Looks like the little girl was safe all along. I already knew that, but I'm still relieved all the same. And there's another lucky development here, too. Amelie wants to call her father. If I can just make use of that feeling somehow, that would surely bring the Justice Minister around. Well, it seems like the obvious thing to do. Can I just, like, light this? Yeah, burn the rope and have the phone slide over to her? Yeah. There you go.
The phone.
Oh, now you notice your daughter. Dial faster, kid! You goddamn bitch. Amelie, I told you couldn't call him tonight.
Why not?
Listen to me, Amelie. Your father is about to make a big mistake. I want him to reconsider.
What do you know about it, Mama? He's the one who's the justice minister, you know. All you do is write weird novels.
Have you been reading your mother's novels? Because, like, that could be a problem. Oh. What do you mean weird? How dare you disparage my romantic expressions? You've made me angry, you really have. Do you expect me to forgive such an insult? That is your 10-year-old daughter. I mean, I guess she didn't do anything, just took the phone away, but still. This is not the way you talk to a 10-year-old child. What big mistake? Called her novels weird. There. I'll be keeping my eye on you now so you won't do anything else mischievous, like calling your father.
I hate you.
I can hear you, you know. Well, that's a development. Whew, what a pair. And the two people in this apartment are weird, too. Ha ha! I don't know what their family issues are, but I do know I have to do something about this lady so Amelie can call. Yeah, we do. All right, wastebasket. This do anything? Nothing. Okay. The lamp. I'll just turn it out. Better not put the lamp out right now. It'll only pour oil on the flames in the anger of this lady's heart. But I want to give Amelie a chance to use the telephone. I have to think of a way to keep the mother out of the way. Like, drop this rat on her, it looks like. What is this, a valve? Uh-huh. Can I drop the rat on her and then drop the chandelier on the mom? Even if I did do that, I don't know how that will... How will that get the phone to her, is the problem. Knock her out with the lamp. Well, let's see what happens if I just drop the rat on her. Oh, god damn you. Really? This bitch is oblivious. What if I made it chime, huh? Yeah, look at the clock. Well, she's awfully open-minded, isn't she? Well, well, having a good time, are we, little rodent? Oh. Damn. Ah, the candles are now right where we need them to be. Did you fancy the vintage, my little whiskered friend? Well, damn. The candles are poised in a way that the phone can slide right off. She's more powerful than I thought. Looks like she tipped the whole candelabra, or the wall candelabra, to one side, too. The angle of those candles, I get the feeling I've seen something very similar to that quite recently. Yeah, if I can light the candles up, which I might be able to do if I lit this up and then got the pendulum caught on fire and then swung harder. But I need her occupied before I do that. What happens if I turn this valve? Boy, this poor rat is just getting the biz. Jesus Christ. Okay, the light's gone out. Oh heavens, a blackout at a critical time like this. Of course, dim lights suit my story of love very well, but I myself am not very fond of the dark. Wow. That's involved for an apartment building. This chandelier just narrowly missed the back of my head. I love the thrill of romance, but I don't need these kind of thrills. Thank you. She writes on a typewriter. She'd have lost progress with her weird writing. It's true. Wouldn't want her to lose progress. She
do be thick, though. Did she put out the candle in her wine? Don't know if you saw when she bent over to light the chandelier, but damn! Ahem. Anyway. What a wonderful atmosphere. Perfect for clandestine meetings in the dusky twilight. Yeah, that's an amateur writer for you right there. Say things like clandestine meetings in dusky twilight. So I could lower that. I could also drop the rat again, I think. I really want to just keep abusing this poor thing. That's just his tail. Okay. Set her on fire? That seems harsh. I don't exactly know how the situation came about, but I think I owe the rat an apology. The rat seems to be unconscious. But now that the room is changed into this, maybe I can use it somehow. Alright, so I could in theory lower the candelabra. I can make it burn brighter. I can get to this book and examine it. And turn the crank. What do I... So the crank lowers it. What is it? Oh, this hoists it back up, I guess. Or it's just somewhere for me to go, maybe. I can't get over to the windmill. That's what I was doing earlier, I think. But I can lower this. Save the rat! It's just KO'd. What a naughty chandelier. Working that crank like a professional. What if I dropped it now? Oh, damn! Look at her go. Such insolence. What if I timed it better and dropped it when she was right under the middle of it? Ha-ha! I do not know what this has accomplished, ultimately. Amelie! Amelie, help me! Oh, I got captive on the roof. What? Take aim and nail it on the second try. Oh! That's an achievement. Sure, okay.
Sorry, Mom. Sorry, Mama. I'm too dizzy. I can't get up. I'm afraid I can't help you right now.
Ah, here's to the weakness of my darling angel. Chandelier is on there tighter than her wedding band. She won't be able to escape on her own. Do I really need to... Surely if I raise this, it's just gonna... There's no way, right? Oh, dear. What is going on here? Amelie, look, do you see this? Help me, please.
I'm too sick. I can't get out of bed, Mama. Head spinning. You have to try and stay there spinning, too.
Well, damn. Hey, if you need a new plot for your novel... If I recall, the novelist said she didn't like the dark. I don't want her thrashing around any more than she already is. I better not put this lamp out right now. I'm trying to increase it. What do you mean? I guess that is, yeah, turn knob. I want to actually increase it. But if I hop over here, I guess I can burn brighter. Yeah, so now she's swinging about. Can I make this swing faster? Oh, I just lit the rat's tail on fire because I'm the worst person in the world, apparently. Jesus Christ. Justice for this rat. What are you doing, Step Chandelier? Exactly. Well, damn. Pardon my animal abuse, I guess. This is quite the apartment. What in the world is going on here? Okay, everyone's calmed down. His tail's out. She's not swinging.
Oh, goody. Excuse me a minute while I call Papa, okay, Mama? I'll only be a minute.
Ah, don't you dare, Amelie. I won't have it. I guess I better get over to the phone.
Hello, Papa?
Amelie! Is that you?
Of course it is, silly. What did you think?
But I heard they said you were... No, never mind. It's nothing.
Silly old Papa. Happy birthday, Papa.
Birthday? Oh, right. It was my birthday today, wasn't it?
I'm sorry we couldn't celebrate tonight. Thanks to that mean old Mama.
Made it back alive from Estonia. Oh, good. Such a high mortality rate in Estonia. But Inoki, what's going on? We just saved a marriage, maybe? By abusing animals. Yeah, that's what happened.
Ahem. Oh, your mean old mama. I mean, your mother. What is she up to right now?
About 5 or 6 feet off the ground.
Well, she's certainly up all right. My stubborn mother is kind of tied up at the moment.
Get me down!
She needs to be taught a lesson for causing us so much trouble.
No, Amelie. I'm the one who was wrong.
Well, I mean, this woman yelled at her daughter and is clearly drinking around open flame. I'm not sure you're entirely in the wrong here.
Could you tell your mother I'm sorry?
What do you have to be sorry about?
I was just about to make a terrible mistake. But it's all right now.
Oh, okay.
You're still young. There's a lot I can't tell you right now. The job of a justice minister is very complicated, you see.
Okay, didn't ask.
But just remember, you're always the most important thing to your mother and me.
Did you do something naughty to your mother? If you did, I want you to apologize.
I don't think I did anything. But okay, I'll apologize.
That's a good girl.
I'm glad you were here to let me say things twice today. You know it's not always her that lets you say butt plug, right? Hell, I don't even think it's anyone at this point that lets you say butt plug. You just say it.
Okay, Papa, have a good night. I love you.
I love you too, Amelie. Good night and sweet dreams.
Well, I'm glad they had a happy ending. Never mind the mom who, I guess I'll just assume is standing on the mantle. You were censored twice today? Yeah, it's because you said killing the wife. Or kill the wife.
Mama, I'm sorry.
My goodness, why the sudden change?
I guess I was wrong about you. I didn't understand.
Oh, Amelie.
No, he let you say it. Yep, of course she did.
I thought all you ever did was write those weird novels.
That makes me a little sad.
Papa said the job of a justice minister was complicated.
Yes, your father's job is very complicated and difficult. That's why I couldn't talk to you about most of it. But you're right, I shouldn't treat you like such a little girl anymore. You're growing up after all.
And I promise to stop calling your novels weird and try actually reading.
Maybe you better wait until you're a little bit older for that.
Okay.
So, Emily, if you're feeling a little more charitable towards your old mama, do you think you could let me down now?
You know, I would love to do that, but I'm just feeling too dizzy and sick right now.
And down she goes. Tonight on the holiest of nights, my deadline. Looks like the only thing pressing on me will be this chandelier. I'm gonna assume nothing from that. Here's to Papa and Mama's darling angel. Also, it's 1 a.m. Isn't your deadline passed at this point? All of a sudden, everyone is getting along again. It's such an abrupt change. I can't understand it. Is this what family is all about? Yeah, there's the step chandelier. In any case, the situation has changed dramatically now. I just hope the mysteries of me can be cleared up as quickly as the furrows on the minister's brow. I don't know where Camilla is, but at least now the Justice Minister's doubts are dispelled. I think I'll go back to his office where everyone is waiting for the prison van. Ohana means family. We are not in Hawaii. The Mister's family now has their smiles and harmony back, but Camilla is still in the hands of the kidnapper. I decided to go back to the Justice Minister's office. Surprisingly, the Minister's brow is still just as furrowed as ever, quite unlike a father who has just learned his daughter is safe. He still seems to be in the depths of despair. The atmosphere in the room is now a very different one. It seems to have an air of unfocused anxiety. I get the feeling something big is going to happen.
Just waiting on their Little Caesars order. I just found out my daughter is safe. I'd like to express my gratitude. Thank you. Thank you for my daughter's sake and for mine. No need to thank us, Mr. Minister. It was nothing. What did he do? Yeah, like, quite honestly, for him, it was nothing. Jowd at least asked me to help. But one question I can't help but notice. Your daughter is safe. And yet you still look unhappy. How about a little smile for us? Don't you thank him. He didn't do anything. Ah. Of course, there is still the matter of the other kidnapping victim. But is that really the only thing that troubles you, Mr. Minister? Please let me think in peace until the prison van arrives. All right, Minister. What the hell's your problem? Hey, Justice Minister. How about you finally admit I exist? That thank you I expressed. That was meant for you. Well, you could tell Cabanela to shut up, then. You're not a ghost, are you? Or you are a ghost, excuse me. And you have power to control and manipulate people, don't you? No, I don't have that kind of power. I can't control you. Well, actually, we've actually known, you know, for quite a while now. Oh my god. I had no idea the powers of the dead, of ghosts. Known? Known about what? We knew of the existence of somebody who could control others. A manipulator. Oh yeah, by the way, Jowd's here. It's basically a conference call we've got you in on. What's this? That's why your execution order caused so much anguish, Detective Jowd. Mr. Minister, why don't you just tell us everything you know? Yes, I suppose I should. Meanwhile, Cabanela's looking around the room like, am I missing something? Hey guys, prison van's in like 3 minutes if someone wants to fucking do something to slow that down, or you need to hear all of it. All about the huge mistake this foolish man made. A manipulator. There are some cases in this country right now that are under top secret investigation. Of course, you wouldn't have known about them, Detective Jowd. Right, they don't share too much top secret information with inmates in prison. There are 3 prisoners, including you, in special prison you just escaped from. All 3 cases have certain points in common. They do they? Tell us more. My white coat's still looking fly as fuck. Well, we all know that. That goes without saying. But, like, we're all chatting here, and Cabanela's just like, I guess I'm just gonna play Scrabble on my phone. You know, Words with Friends is in right now. It's 2010. Ahem. The rock singer leaked national secrets in his lyrics during a TV broadcast. Again, I feel like the whole country should know about that one. The curry-loving fellow who took the chief commissioner hostage at the Metro Police Department. Neither of these men had a motive for the crime. Well, he did. He was hungry. And both the crimes were impossible. Impossible? The curry lover had no way of knowing how to infiltrate the commissioner's office, and the rock singer had no way of knowing the national secrets he leaked. The Special Investigation Unit submitted an investigation report to me on them. They concluded these men's criminal acts were not of their own volition. How could that be? The theory the unit came up with was the existence of a manipulator. A manipulator, huh? That's when the special prison was established as a facility to research that theory. So, that whole facility went to dog shit with the electric chair in a matter of 5 years? That thing exploded when you turned it on. Some unknown power has been at work. These past several years, Inspector Cabanela has been studying these cases. He has he? Manipulating someone into committing a criminal act. According to the inspector, the first case of its kind was a locked room murder involving our nation's best detective. Are you trying to say I was manipulated somehow into shooting Alma? What? No, you're like 4th or 5th best detective. Lobster Cop is obviously the best detective, followed by Mystery Monkey and then Frog Detective. Jowd, know your place. Can you imagine if this game tied into Frog Detective somehow? By the way, coming to Game Pass on consoles. Hopefully I get to play it again. You better thank Lobster Cop. He's the best cop around. Definitely the best crime solver. Because crime is a real thing that needs solving. I appreciate the theory, but unfortunately, I don't recall being controlled by anybody. It's just not possible to manipulate another's behavior like that.
My powers certainly don't work on living creatures. That's what I thought first when I heard the theory too. However, I was seriously mistaken, and it's proved to be a big mistake.
What?
Go on. You mentioned a mistake literally 1 second ago. Could you tell us about it? I suppose everybody here has the right to know. Alright, fine. I'll speak out loud so Cabanela can hear this too.
Cabanela's just dancing in the corner.
There's something I'd like the two of you to hear. It's about a mistake I made. I asked for a double pepperoni. I really wanted pepperoni and sausage. Can you... You guys think I can call them back and reschedule? I ordered it like 15 minutes ago, so it's probably late, but I've really regretted it ever since I've hung up. I've just been stewing on it. When you first made that report about a manipulator, I'm afraid I didn't believe it at all. Impossible, I thought.
But the miscellaneous guards, do they have clearance? Don't worry about them. They're actually deaf.
Perfectly understandable, Mr. Minister. But I was wrong. That kind of power does exist. And I learned the truth of that firsthand.
What's this?
A month ago, I signed the order to carry out Jowd's execution. However, the act wasn't of my own volition. Oh, shit. I was being controlled.
What? You never told me about this, Mr. Minister.
What's going on? This document. What am I doing? No, I mustn't sign it.
Well, this would explain why. Good thing his signature is the most ridiculous thing in the world.
Wait! Don't deliver that document!
See, he's deaf, so he ignored him.
That's when it started. That's when all of my fear, despair, and suffering began. Well, damn. That's a bit fucked.
Also, it's weird that the top document on that pile just happened to be the death execution, or the execution order for Jowd.
At the time, it didn't even cross my mind I had been manipulated. And my memory of the event was only hazy at best.
So the memory of being manipulated doesn't clearly remain, eh?
Signing execution orders is part of a Justice Minister's job. At the time, I just thought my psyche was rebelling against the task.
But also, like, there hasn't been an execution order in, like, 10 years, so...
Next day, it dawned on me. I remembered Cabanela's report on the existence of a manipulator. As a Minister of Justice, I couldn't admit what had happened to me. I only signed the order because I was being controlled. If something like that got out, the nation's judicial system would crumble. Besides, I had no evidence to present that I'd actually been controlled.
It would look bad if the guy who signs orders to kill people said, yeah, I was being controlled remotely. Somehow my body was taken over. It's like, ah, shit. That guy should not be in charge of the justice system then. 16th something hidden student. Watch out for her. Mukuru Ikasaba, the hidden 16th student lying somewhere in this school. The one they call the ultimate despair. Watch out for.
Ahem. So in the end, I couldn't admit to anybody what had happened. I suppose, but it sounds a bit like an excuse. You should have at least told us, Mr. Minister. Yes, I know, I should have. I was running away from the problem.
This bitch never is without wine. I love it.
And then my wife found out I was worried about something.
Well, if you go around with an expression like that, I guess it's bound to happen.
I explained it to her, and she was dead set against the way I had handled it.
Will I ever stream Dang It Grandpa? I don't know what the fuck that is. So, I don't know.
If you don't withdraw that order and tell everyone the truth immediately, I'm moving out.
Also like that her hair opened up like a flower.
Her hair is very rosy. So she moved out not because he didn't approve of her novels, you know, like a weird husband wouldn't, but because she knew the truth about sending a man to his death that he shouldn't have. So yeah, I guess that makes more sense. And then, with the kidnapping tonight, with it thrust under my nose like that, I could no longer deny my mistake. Oh, Danganronpa. I named the streams of that so many different things. Named it Dang Old Ron Paul. Danger Grandpa, I might have named it. It's so many good old names you could get with Dang Old Ron Paul. But yeah, we've streamed all the Danganronpa games, except for the one in between 1 and 2, Despair Girls, I think it's called. The Shooter. Haven't streamed that one, but all the other ones I've streamed already. This manipulator comes upon us from somewhere unseen, and we all know I never stream a game twice. Anyway, I still need to plan a day to stream Okage next year. That's why I've been keeping my distance from everybody. So that's why you've been telling people to stay back. Good old Danganronpa, the wackiest game series you've played in years. Really? No More Heroes, or have you not played that one? 1.5? Yeah, that one. So there's somebody else besides me with the powers of the dead. I'm fine with that. After all, I already knew about a certain desk lamp. Ultra Despair Girls? Yeah, you could probably suggest that. It's been a hot minute since we've touched Danganronpa. Why not have one more? Not the board game one, though. That one apparently sucks shit, and I'm not playing that. What I'm not fine with is the fact that a person can control and manipulate living creatures. That's certainly not something I can do. That is definitely a step above our power. Apparently, different ghosts get different ghost tricks. But I never imagined that tonight I would find out where this kind of power comes from. Or where it comes from. Play No More Heroes Danganronpa is wackier all around. If you say so. I think, well... Gosh, that's a hard one, though, right? Because, like, on the one hand, Danganronpa has that twist at the end of V3 that's pretty wild. On the other hand, No More Heroes has aliens, and, like, there's a bit where you need to destroy the menu of a JRPG to have a real boss fight, and Destroy Man somehow keeps coming back, and, like, there's a lot going on there. I would also say, you've said in years, I would say Killer 7 is definitely wackier than Danganronpa, but I can imagine you haven't played that in a hot minute. I've only ever played a couple levels of that, and that was way back when I was very young and didn't really know what the hell was going on. This manipulator is a ghost, a departed spirit. A spirit? As a matter of fact, there's a ghost talking with us right now. What did you say? Child, don't tell me you can hear this ghost too. Yeah, totally. I'd say you're the only person who can't hear him. You know, because these two are deaf, so they would never hear him anyway. Spirit, ghost, gods in heaven. Excuse me, Mr. Minister, I suddenly have some urgent business to attend to. I recommend you think long and hard before making your final decision tonight, sir. Strutting out, quick as a wick. This is Lynn. I'm at the park. We've been waiting to hear from you. Have you found the evidence? Situation here is kind of difficult to explain. Cecil, if you're there, come to the park immediately. I like that we're all buddies now. The Justice Minister, Joud, and Lynn are all friends of the Cecil support group. Looks like your help is needed, Cecil. Yeah, I guess so, huh? Off to the park. Who knows what dead body awaits me there. Maybe it's Memory, 7-9's favorite character. Danganronpa goes over the top with it. Yeah, that's why my next option was Killer 7. Killer 7 is a fucking trip. Hey guys, what do you think about the Minister of Education's plot to destroy Japan with naked men who explode? Oh, you think that's weird? Ah, wow.
Clearly, Suda 5-1 and you wouldn't get along.
Lynn calls and I oblige. I'm off towards Temsick Park, the place where clearly something big is taking place. The Manipulator, the person whose very existence sheds new light onto everything. Detective Jowd's crime, the execution orders, even my own death.
Oh shit, that's true! Lynn might have been manipulated into shooting me. This Manipulator exists. What the fuck does the Manipulator have against me, though? What did I ever do to him?
Could it be? Could Lynn have been manipulated into shooting me?
Haven't played it in some time. Yeah. Killer 7's probably the weirdest game that if somebody said pick a weird game, Killer 7's the one I would go to. Maybe Lynn's the manipulator. Well, then she wouldn't need to manipulate herself, would she, 7-9? Think, man! Why would she manipulate herself into killing me if she's the manipulator? She would just shoot me. That doesn't make any sense. Alright. And a new song. Why do I unlock songs? What am I ever gonna do with those, really? What am I gonna boot up my Xbox to play Ghost Trick music while I'm doing other things? Come on now. I guess when you were on this was on iOS for a hot minute. I guess on there it made a bit more sense because you could in theory just boot up the music. But yeah, no, as for a console, it's a bit like, all right, I guess. I do need to. Apparently, this game has slide puzzles at the end of it. I do need to do those. So,
Temsick Park, the site of the little lady Camilla's abduction tonight, and the place where an important piece of evidence was, the music box was hidden.
God damn it! It's the chef. Is this bitch actually? Is 7-9's favorite actually here? Which the go-to wacky game for everyone that's actually played Killer 7. Yeah, they're probably weirder. Tulip leaps to mind. That's maybe Tulip's weirder, maybe it isn't, but 7-9, Killer 7 is at least a fascinating kind of weird. Tulip is like, it's still fascinatingly weird, but Killer 7's the better game to play. But Tulip's also very weird. You collect poo and kiss people. It's very, very weird. Work in a robot factory or something.
I wonder why our lady detective is looking so dejected. At least she isn't dead. But what did she find?
They got the chef here for some reason. Okay, well, what's around? Is Memory here? No, I'm not seeing Memory anywhere. Why is the chef hanging? Oh, for God's sakes. I have to go all the way over. There we go. Okay, it's a screen transition. That's fine then. Huh? What's he doing here? La la la! Let me spend a moment's time with you, my love. The world will not end if the food delivery is a little late. A little late? It's already ice cold! This fucking guy. Ditch the wine from under his hat. Tulip's also weird. It takes borders on gross. Killer 7's weird in fascinating ways. Oh, I'm sure Killer 7 can be gross at times. Like, I don't remember all of it, but... Alright, so we have a basketball, a globe climber, is that what it's called? And a boot! A leaflet, a love letter. I'm intrigued. What's this about? Umbrella, leaflet. Alright, well, here we go. Good enough hint for you, Lynn? God damn it. Look up. Rugby ball. Come on, that's... I guess it could be a rugby ball, but... Lynn. Oh, is this... Oh, wait. That a goddamn dead body. Also, is that the thing Jowd painted? Is that the dog I kept seeing the giant broom mustache? It's got the eyes and the jowls, kind of. Jesus Christ. I guess I'll spin it around. Why not? This bitch couldn't wait by the phone for me.
She's like, Cecil will somehow find a way to get to me. Don't worry about it. Jesus Christ. Yeah, why couldn't Lynn just stay by the phone? There you are, Cecil. From your dejected expression, I gather, you didn't find what you were looking for. Right, I can't find the music box anywhere. But I found something else instead. Something horrible. Horrible, what is it? There in the grass. You better see for yourself. Looks like a dead body. I nearly died when I saw it. And I suppose now that we found it, we can't just leave it here, can we? No, I suppose not. This fucking guy. Okay. Stop the park from being turned into a housing site. Protect the park, the Rock of the Gods. You there! You're talking to me, aren't you? I have some leaflets for you. Leaflets I know you'll be very interested in. I urge you to peruse it thoroughly. Examine it in detail. Never mind that right now. Do you remember your name? My name. What does my name matter when there are more important things to worry about? What? What don't you get? Let's leave him dead. Okay. Come now and study these tracks with me, my brother. Come and learn about the Rock of the Gods with me. The night is no longer young. As a matter of fact, daybreak is approaching. But we are young. Look, I don't have time to get involved in your way of life, but I am interested in your way of death. So let's get back to 4 minutes before your death. It's like, cool, I didn't fucking ask. He's just a dead person we found in the park. And out of moral obligation, I guess we're helping him. Wow, he died early. This is 8:25. We're at like 1:30 in the morning right now. And so I've made up my mind. I've resolved to live here in this park and defend it. Okay, and what does this have to do with the Rock of Gods you mentioned? Do we? Everyone is like, I don't know if we really have to save this guy. You still don't appear to understand. It is written quite clearly in the 4th leaflet in great detail. Excuse me, I have to use the restroom. Shout out to his hair, by the way, representing the amount of time we have. It's clearly a clock at 12, 3, 9, and 6, and then it's got the stripes to represent 4 minutes in the hair. I'm coming! Just hold on! I'll be right there! I've located the target, Beauty. A girl of right age coming right out of the apartment building at the right time. There could clearly be only one of those, although I guess the odds are good. Oh wow, she gave him the music box. Inadvertently, but... Yes, my dear. I'll go ever so gently nab her and come right back to your side. This guy. Good evening, young lady. Won't you come with me? And then afterwards we could get some chicken. Why couldn't he just walk there? What do you mean? He got there. What difference does it make? Oh, okay. Yeah, appropriate response. Eek! Oh, gods, what should I do? I have to do something. Oh, shit. Huh. Yeah, what? What in the world just happened? Oh, that's Mino. Mino? Let's learn how to do that. Mino, the mascot, the symbol of Temsic Park. Forget about the name of that big creepy lump of concrete. I'm talking about the way it changed direction. Did you see that? Yes, I did. We witnessed it with our own eyes. The power of the Rock of the Gods. And that was the power of the gods. The power of the gods saved that little girl. And the same power very deliberately crushed you instead?
Yes, yes, precisely. That's called the mischief of the gods.
Was it the mischief of gods or was it a ghost trick? Nah, it couldn't have been a ghost trick. No ghost trick could change the direction of something that heavy in midair. But wait a minute. What if there was somebody with much greater powers than me? Well, shit. The fuck happened? Well, I'm here. There's another flame besides mine. Oh, that's the flame of a god, isn't it? But hold on. Your spirit's a flame too, isn't it? Yeah, so? Pardon me, but are you a god? I sincerely doubt that. At the last minute, the big look of concrete made a switch to one side. It was probably the flames doing. Who could it be? I definitely believe it's either a god or somebody god-related. Maybe I'd better try talking to this person. Yo, what the fuck? What the? The person with much greater powers than me. It's you. The Cabanella? That would be weird. Hey. Fucking goddamn it. God, I forgot. Oh, I forgot. Ah, son of a bitch. Oh, dear. Hey, guys. We've been outclassed by a fucking Pomeranian. Ridiculous. It does make sense, though. Obviously, he could carry the world on his shoulders, that missile. Oh my! It's... What voice did I give Missile? God, I don't even remember. Wasn't it like a super deep baritone? Like, Missile! You look well for being dead. Did you see what I did? I did it! I really tried hard and I did it! I saved Miss Camilla! I feel like that was his voice. I gave him like a comedically deep one, even though he's a Pomeranian that yips and has this light upbeat music. Are you telling me I was done in by a puppy dog? Missile, what's going on? How did you get the powers of the dead? I'm glad you asked. After Miss Camilla went off and you left, you kept flinging yourself at the door. Did you fling yourself at the door so hard you died? I worked like crazy to make my own path, and I did it. Oh. Well, there he goes. And then I followed Miss Camilla out into the big wide world. Yeah, there she goes. And then at this park, I found her at last. Yes, you guessed it. I barked. You bet I did. I went running after her. Got swooped up by an eagle. Oh, this fucking dude. Fuck you, buddy. You ran over a dog. What the fuck? And then I guess I died. And then I was unconscious for a little while. What a douchebag. When I came to, it was all over. Poor Miss Camilla, crushed under the big, scary lump. Oh, what have I done? I'm so sorry, little lady. Please forgive me. Miss Camilla! I had to rescue Miss Camilla. It was up to me. I cried out from the depths of my heart. And then... I can't tell you how surprised I was. I bet you understand, right? Better than probably anybody possibly could. Is there a soul coming off of that rock under the ground? And I remembered what you did for me, how you saved me. So, you went back, right? 4 minutes right before the lady's death? You bet I did. I only wanted to kidnap you and not kill you. Well, I mean... There's a fine line between kidnapping a 10-year-old girl as a hostage and murdering one, alright? I admit it's a fine line, but it's not one I would think many people cross lightly. Yes, I read that already. Then again, he did just run over a dog, so... I try not to approach that line. It's true, you don't want to be in either situation. But murdering the child is worse than just kidnapping, I suppose. Now's my chance, I thought. I saw the core. And it looks pretty far. I stretch out my paw towards the core, and oh, how I felt at that moment. I'd love for you to be able to feel it too. Go ahead, try it for yourself. What the fuck? His line's way bigger than... just like real life. I mean, what? How could you connect to such a great distance? One of them call me missile for nothing. And so you manipulated that Mino thing and threw it to the other side. Right on top of my head. Well, no, actually. I can't manipulate things like you can, Cecil. You can't? Then how did you? I didn't know what to do. Then I happened to see something out of the corner of my eye. It had a core, too. A single leaf hanging from the tree. I tried reaching out to the leaf. Jesus, that's so long. What in the world? I can't manipulate things, but apparently I can swap them. As long as we have two things of the same shape, that is. Swap things with the same shape. Go ahead and try it. Press swap. Huh. That's incredible. So that's how you saved your mistress, isn't it? And that's how I became caught up in this, isn't it? I'm very sorry. My powers were too meager. Meager? Because you see, I saw one more. The rugby ball. I happened to notice one more core. There was something with the exact same shape stuck in the branches of a tree. Hey, you're right. If Mino could be swapped again with that, then the disaster wouldn't have to rain down on my head. But what is that thing? It's too big to be a leaf. Whatever it is, I'd prefer that on my head than Mino. So why don't you swap them, Missile? I couldn't. I can stretch out my paw a little further than you can, Cecil. But it was just too far for me. I couldn't reach. It's a rugby ball. I must admit, it's a fascinating spectacle of death, if I say so myself. I kept retrying over and over to see if there was anything I could do. I bet there's something you can do now. Huh? If we work together, you and me. Cecil, you think so? I don't plan on letting anybody die in front of me tonight, unless you're nearsighted Jigo. Do you think you could help me? Of course. Naturally. So we're going to drop that Mino thing into a different spot. Okay, let's try it. Let's go back again to 4 minutes before. We're saving Missile 2, though, right? I mean, after this, sure. Let's get started. I mean, we already saved the guy once tonight. 4 minutes from now, you'll swap Mino with the leaf. And then you have to swap Mino with something else. Something the same shape. Oh, I believe that's a rugby ball. Okay, a rugby ball, huh? But with the rugby ball where it is now, Missile can't reach it. So that means I have to move it closer. Looks like you and I will have to work together on that one, Missile. Okay, I'm ready. Whenever you want to use my swap trick, press right trigger. That way you'll be able to control me. Then if you press right trigger, control will come back to me. Okay, let's try it. Together we can stop Mino from hurting anybody. Alright, so we've gained a new power. Of course. Cecil just has no fucking range. Okay, so we need to... can move the seesaw. Swap over here. God, it's so much further. It's so nice. I can talk to myself as well. Alright, yeah, I can swap these.
which would, in theory, I think, allow Cecil to lower this. It's too heavy. Oh, shit. It's this guy. Although now, when he jumps on the seesaw, won't it be different? Although, let me... Hold on. Swap these. I keep hitting the wrong fucking... There we go. Okay. So I need you in the dumpster lid. Thank you. You go over there. I wonder if I could swap the baseball with the giant fucking globe. That'd be something. They're both circles, right? What happens if I swap the tire and the baseball now? We're experimenting here, so... So if I take you... I can't swap it with the globe, but I can swap it with... What is this? A basketball. Okay. And you hang out up there. And you go in the basketball. Are you going to launch me up into the air as you leap off the globe onto the seesaw? Which I think you do, right? Indeed. Although that didn't help me. That did not help me in any way. Definitely got to start over now. God damn it. At least let me explore around. Okay, so I get up here. Is the idea... I can't swap the balloon with anything. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. The umbrella from the first time I was here kind of dangled down. What if I had it dangle down so that the basketball got caught in it? Which seems like something this game would have me do. Whatever they said, from beginning. From the beginning! That one might be... I might be remembering that one. That one kind of came back to me all of a sudden, like, oh yeah, wait a minute. I have to do that. And away we go. Okay. Nope, nope, not talking to you. Not talking to you. Just gotta get to you. Okay. Swap. You're gonna go right there. And we're gonna wait. Okay. Here comes this guy. You need to be in the basketball. Oh, wait. Crap. No, you need to get all the way up there somehow. Ugh. To manipulate the umbrella. Crap-a-rooney. I guess when he's spinning, I can make that distinction. But if that's the case, then you need to, yeah, you can get all the way up there. You need to kind of wait right there, I guess. Or be in the rugby ball at the end of the 4 minutes. Yeah, what do they say? Funny flattened ball. It's the same size and shape as that horrible Mino. It's too far to swap. This ball is starting to look horrible to me. I'll find a way to get the ball close to the Mino thing. Knock it down from the tree. Must be a way we can do that. I mean, that's the plan. Maybe I don't want you in there. God damn it. I need this guy to start rotating the globe. I really can't grab these pages he's throwing out? Are you serious? Has a soul up there, I'm noticing.
Okay, there we... Oh, for God's sakes. There we go. Okay. So, I get... Get out of my way, missile. Thank you. Nope! Wrong button. Keep accidentally advancing time when I don't want to be. Oh, right. I need to rustle you. Fuck, I was too... What I'm trying to do, I was too slow, because if I get here, I can knock the umbrella down. And then open it, and then the basketball will land in there. And then... Fuck, I don't know what that gets me. Maybe it'll shake the tree and it'll knock it down. It'll be loosened that way. But I'm remembering from the first time I played this, I think that's what I need to do. It's just, you know, be quicker about it, jackass. Or be quick about it, tiny Pomeranian. One or the other. I need a tire. Why can't you just do it with the basketball? The tire makes it fall faster, the seesaw. Gets me over here. Like, see, look at that. Immediately. And then, you know, it'll let me reach this sooner. Although it seems either way, I need to wait on this guy to... Either way, I need to wait on this dude throwing fucking pamphlets around. Or maybe there is something that needs to be done with the tire. I don't know. Maybe the tire's just a red herring. I do need to swap it with the basketball. Maybe because the baseball won't reach the thing. I don't know. But the basketball needs to be on the swing seesaw. God damn you. Yeah, maybe the baseball, like, I couldn't reach at this point. Whereas, you know... Obviously, I can reach the tire instead. There we go. A little bit faster. Thank you very much. Thank you. God damn him! Okay, so this is clearly wrong. Because I get up here and rustle it, and he just leaps. There's no way for me to get up there fast enough is the problem. Because it's something to do with he jumps and the ball launches in the air. Maybe it is the baseball that I need to catch there. But I swear the idea is... a ball lands in the umbrella tucked over like that, and it shakes it out. Ha! See what happens when he hits that one. Yeah, a lot of round things. How have I never seen this before? Yeah, yeah. So, I mean, at this point, even if I did swap those, it's not like it tipped over to begin with. So what if it is the tire just waiting there instead, and not the baseball or the basketball at all? What could it be?
thing needs to still swing around at this point. I mean, he is a human man. It's possible he sends the tire flying, right? Obviously, I still can't reach up there. And I don't think Missile can, like... Can Missile swap me while I'm down here to speed the process up? No. There we go. Nah, I can just talk. I can't swap. Hmm. Eh. So then I get up here, and he very infuriatingly insists, unless I can somehow swap the fucking balloon with the umbrella, which doesn't make any sense, they're not the same size. No. There's no way, like, it's 4 separate objects. There's no way they count the papers being thrown in the air. Oh, they very conveniently form an umbrella, it sure looks like, when they come back down, along with the fucking balloon. There's no way that's a thing. Yeah, I can reach up here with Missile, no problem. The issue is now Cecil, because I get over to him, this thing rustles up, and then the dude leaps from the globe. Without fail! And that barely went anywhere. So one more step you're missing that'll give you a bit more time. Okay, fair enough. Step I'm missing that gives me a bit more time. Let's see what they say. See if they give me a hint. Think my light fast-paced? I wish it would knock it off. We don't have enough time to prepare. I have to find a way to stop him from running. The way to do that is to use playground equipment. Seesaw on the swing. There's one more piece of equipment to be exact. Stop him with the equipment. Maybe I should rethink this. Okay, so... I suppose let's see here. Need to do that to get over here. Then he sees all the round things. Really should have just brought him over here instead of seeing this cutscene again. No talking to you. Okay. So if Cecil could get into the middle, like if he could get from these 2 spots, could I make it spin faster, which might delay him because he gets too dizzy or some shit? Would love to know. Can't reach. Oh, well. Although, do need to swap you 2, I'm pretty sure. Let's call memory for help. It's over to the right. Well, it's the swing. That's it. Cecil can't reach, but if I go over here with Missile, it's just the swing over here. Even if I hop into this and wait. Like, whoop. Like, there's nothing over here, I don't think. In fact, okay, I was almost stuck over there. No, I don't need to talk to you. I don't need to swap them either. I would like to move... You're going in the basketball. You are going this way. Jesus. Okay. Now you...
baseball, hop up there. Oh, can you speed this up? I can. All right, now he's going much faster and is therefore dizzy. Which should slow him down because he's busy recovering from his state of daze. There we go. So yes, now ideally, he'll launch the basketball, which will go up here, and catch in the umbrella, which I think will shake it. I think. I remember this one, like I said, kind of from the first time I played. Jesus. A little dangerous that, but we got there in the end. There we go. Oh, is that not heavy enough? It's gotta be heavy. What do you mean? That's definitely heavy. Get the tire. Can I close the umbrella now? It's the only other thing I can think of. Umbrella won't close. The ball must be in the way. Guess we don't have to close it. Now what? Did not see that coming. Never thought the umbrella would catch the ball. The branch, it shook a little. You saw it shake too. Only it shook a bit more. Oh. I need to, while the ball is in the air, grab the fucking rugby tire and swap it. While the goddamn ball is in the air. Or, you know, I can maybe do it now with this. Let me swap out here. That heavy enough for it? There we go. I thought it was going to fall in the trash can. I was going to be so annoyed. We moved the ball! What do you think, missile? With the ball there, I think I can do it. In just a few seconds, you'll swap Mino with the leaf. And then, from there, you can swap Mino one more time. And the final moment is near. Are you ready? You bet! From the beginning. No. Get over here. Get over here. Real quick. Is there a weird achievement related to this? Swap a bunch of shit. I'll get on that later. Fail by keeping the ball away from Mino. I have no idea what that's supposed to mean, but it clearly suggests it's an extraordinary failure. Fail by keeping the ball away from Mino. I'll have to look up a guide for that later. Oh well. As funny as it would be to see an extraordinary failure. Yeah, I think I'm ready to just wait for this to happen. From the beginning! No. Wait for it to happen. Might just naturally extraordinarily fail. That does sound like me, but... Oh, do I need to... Yeah, I need to wait for it to, I need to be over here. Oh, crap in a bucket. Watch me, Cecil. Here I go. The finishing touch. You can do it. Swap Mino with the ball. Can I swap the ball? I can't. I was going to say, can I swap the ball with anything over here? What if I swap the leaf? Ah, that doesn't work, you cowards! Cowards! Oh well. What are you gonna do? There! How's that? It just tips and falls over and kills him. My head has been spared. Truly, that was a try worthy of the gods. And now Mino is right where he belongs.
We did it again, didn't we? Didn't we? Now nobody has to die. Well, except for the one brave little somebody. Huh? I'm talking about you, Missile. Oh, me? I guess you're right, I'm still dead, aren't I? Let's go back and save your life. Wait a minute. What is it? Now that I think about it, I think I want to stay dead a little longer. What? When I was alive, I couldn't even help Miss Camilla when she was in trouble. I want to be able to protect Miss Camilla. And to do that, I need these powers I have now. I see. Perfectly understandable. Even I wish I had powers like that. Hey, we just saved you. Don't you wish your life away already? Oh, of course, you're right. Okay, Missile, have it your way. By the way, Mr. Reckless Youth, there's a certain detective who needs the music box you found. When you get to the present time, could you give it to her? Certainly, you have my word. Let's go back then. Back to the present. Well, I didn't extraordinarily fail. I'd like to see what entails extraordinary failure in that case. I feel like I'd need to... It says keep the ball far away from him, so I'd somehow need to... get the ball so far away I couldn't use it. But I have no idea how I would go about doing it. And so Camilla ended up in the hands of the kidnappers. We weren't able to change that part. Lynn listened to my story without saying anything. I'm sorry. I wish there was something else I could have done. No, you did the best you could. I'm sure she's alright after all. After all, she has me! Launch the ball with the spinny thing, maybe? I don't know how that would work, because the rugby ball never touches the spinny thingy. And the only way I would have to launch a ball would be the baseball? I don't know. I'll look up a guide for it. I'm going to need to for all the achievements anyway. Which, oh yeah, by the way, the game does have achievements in it now. So, thanks, Capcom.
Missile, are you in there?
Miss Lynn! Leave Miss Camilla to me. I know I don't look like much right now, but I'm sure I can help her.
Missile.
Eek! Uh-oh. She let go of... Oh, you. Miss Lynn! Wow, Lynn. Wow. Fucking great work. What we get from a woman who dresses like a Butterfinger. I'm going to leave it up to Missile. Uh-huh, sure you are. Not, whoops, Missile's gone forever now. Kinda looks like Missile is being left up to the wind. Sad cat indeed. The saddest of cats. Oh! I have something to give you. Stop the park from being turned into a housing site. Protect the park, the Rock of the Gods.
Aren't you forgetting your promise?
Oh, pardon me. My apologies. This is for you.
Oh.
Those are some deep pockets.
You kept the music box safe, didn't you? Thank you.
Not at all. I was only doing what the Rock of the Gods would have wanted. You good? What's the matter? Cat out your tongue? Or...
He's mesmerized by my beauty.
Hey, the cat's not allowed to get your tongue. What can I say? I'm mesmerized by your delusions. Excuse me, but are you... No, it couldn't be. Have we met before? Aren't you the little girl from that time? You're gonna need to narrow that down just a wee tad. 10 years ago. Okay, well, that's... I'll never forget it. It was 10 years ago in this park.
10 years ago? Are you talking about?
Oh, yeah. The kidnapping. It made national news. Have you met this strange young man before, Lynn? I don't remember, but he said 10 years ago in this park. Can only be one thing that I can think of. Looks like I better talk to Leaflet here. Video conference time, yeah. Here
in this park, the gods surely control fate. Today, 10 years ago from that day, we met once again. If that isn't the power of the gods, then what else is? It could just be a coincidence. But apparently you know our lady detective here. Could you tell us about it? What happened 10 years ago? Yes, of course. I was just about to do that, actually. What's this Rock of the Gods you keep mentioning? Don't you know? It's right here in front of us. It's Missile! Oh, wait. Good night, sweet prince. Wait a minute. You say gods, but do you mean dogs? Lynn, shut the fuck up. Of course not. Don't be silly. This is no time for ridiculous word games. You are standing above the Rock of the Gods now. Take a good look at the monument. Monument? Rock of the Gods, Temsic Park. Rock of the Gods. Huh. Looks a bit like a meteor. The rock is buried right there. It has been there these 10 years. Ever since the day it flew down from the heavens and showed us a miracle. A miracle? No one, like... If the rock is a meteor, no fucking science organization came to claim it? It was just left in the park? This rock you've been talking about is a meteorite? Precisely! It dropped from the sky on that day 10 years ago. Yes, of course. Sure you know all about it. Me? Whoops. Sorry. Just mashed A. Now I gotta see this again. Yeah, like, first of all, how is the crater and the impact trail, like, still there from 10 years? Surely that would have just filled in naturally over the course of 10 years. More importantly, no one's retrieved this rock. Finally, in the ghost world, it was given off bad juju. It's possibly horrifically irradiated, and we might need to do something about it. Something beyond, you know, sitting on top of it, Lynn. Just a thought. Anyway. That day, I just happened to be passing through this park. I had no idea the day would change my destiny. The sun was going down through the gloom. I heard the scream of a little girl. Eek. Now just calm down and drop that weapon. Last game with the space rock, that rock was evil. What was the last game we played with the space rock? There was time travel with that one too. What was the last game we played with a space rock? Played so many games, I don't even remember anymore. Stay back! If you come any closer, I'll shoot her. Oh, yeah. It's Jowd and, young Lynn. One of Nathan's games, so that doesn't really narrow it down. It wasn't Rocket Power, I imagine, despite the name suggesting it might be. Don't think it was Spider-Man. Don't think it was Streamer Sim. The fuck else of his did I play before that? Wasn't Kirby Squeak Squad. Might have been Super Paper Mario. I peeked out fearfully from the bushes and saw shadowy figures. I didn't see the face of the criminal clearly. I knew I should do something to help, but I couldn't move. The tension was so thick it was painful, just when I couldn't stand it any longer. The sky suddenly burned bluish white. When it crashed into the ground, the meteor gave off a shower of beautiful fragments. And then I saw it. One of the beautiful fragments pierced into the criminal's back. Wow! Odds of that are slim. Also, it would mean Jowd didn't kill that guy. He was just, you know, fucking executed by a meteorite is all. Which, you know, at that point, we don't need a trial. It's been decided. He was guilty. Judgment of the gods was brought down on the park that day. It's also definitely clearly a young Lynn. That's 10 years ago. The little girl that was you was saved by the Rock of the Gods. Oh my, I can't believe it. The Rock of the Gods was given the name Temsik because it's kismet backwards, and people think they're clever when they do that. And still today, it lies sleeping deep in the park's earth. Again, really feel like someone should have come along and dug that thing up in 10 years. Space rocks, meteorites like that are kind of worth studying. I never knew about this Temsik. I always thought Jowd was the one who saved me. You were very young then. Oh, now she's gonna worship meteorites. God damn it. And you passed out from the shock of being taken hostage. Of course you wouldn't remember. But that's funny. A huge incident like that should have caused quite a stir. It's strange you ever heard of it, Lynn. It is, isn't it? But now I think about it. Remember, I didn't want to think about what happened. I avoided the news and never came back to this park again. That's why I didn't know anything about it. The meteorite was named Temsik after the name of the park it fell in. Sorry, didn't you just say it was called Temsik? Like, the park was named Temsik, and then they named the meteorite Temsik also because that's what the park was named? And the Rock of the Gods was forgotten about. Now an awful thing is happening. They're talking about turning it into a housing site. I'll never forget the miracle I witnessed that day. And so I've taken up a residence in this park, and I'm trying to appeal to the people. Protect the park, the Rock of the Gods. That is my mission. I see. I mean, if it's a monument, you can't really tear that down, right? That's, like, protected. I'm taking you with me, missile. So 10 years ago, the little girl that was Lynn wasn't aware of the meteorite. I bet that Detective Jowd, on the other hand, there's no way he didn't know about this Temsik thing. If he knew... The man died. I took his life. What was that confession of his all about? Yeah. How did Jowd not see or come to the conclusion the man was killed by the rogue asteroid? The Rock of the Gods that fell from the sky 10 years ago changed the destinies of many people's lives, like the ripples of a pond when a pebble's dropped in. But, like, actually, and not in some bullshit, stupid, metaphorical way. This actually changed the course of people's lives. Unlike a rock in a fucking pond. With every answer I get, I learn about a new mystery. Will I be able to break the chain of mystery before dawn? He closed his eyes. Oh, he blinked. He didn't hear the meteorite enter the atmosphere and shatter and stab a man in the back. Now that we have the evidence we need, we decide to meet up again at the minister's office. Besides, there's a few things I want to ask Jowd. Can we speak with Jowd privately, or was everyone gonna fucking hear at this point? It's the squad! Minus the homeless guy. What'd you miss? Watch the VOD. We found the music box, Jowd. You missed a lot. I assume. Depends on when you walked away. Good job, Lynn. I knew you would. Caught up, we found the music box. It's also meteorites. Once everything had been resolved, I wanted to give this to him. Him? You mean Cabanella, right? I don't suppose he'll ever forgive me. Detective Jowd. Now then, let's get this thing open. There's a certain knack to doing it, you know. See? You just rip it open with your brute fucking strength because you're a goddamn macho man. There's also no way that fit in there. Here you are. Solved the 5-year-old murder that possibly involves Ghost? Yeah. Well, no. No, I did not. You're busy with rugby. You should find scorch marks on the grip. Why would scorch marks be on the grip? That's not how that works. Scorch marks? Oh, from the fire, right. When Camilla built her contraption, she used a special kind of string. It's a kind magicians use. It burns up in an instant and disappears. Why would little Camilla use something like that? I don't know. Maybe because she's a detective's daughter? Not leaving any evidence behind and all that. Ha ha! In the case report, there was mention of some scorch marks. When it happened, Camilla was watching from a hiding place. She saw the flame run to the gun, something she naturally didn't include in her design. I took the gun out of the frame and replaced it with a picture. If you remove the picture, you'll find the scorch marks behind the frame, too. And those marks should match up with the ones on the gun.
In other words, it proves the contraption existed there in that room on that day. So, I get all that. Why was this in the basement of a guy running a junkyard? Because this was going on in that basement, right? It had like the arrow and the spinny thing and the gun and all that. He even knew about the gun, so clearly he had some inside information. Why the hell was it in the basement of that guy's place? And it didn't work the way your little girl intended, is that right? Exactly. A cowardly culprit modified the design. Seems like something a career criminal would do, not a little kid. Yeah, exactly. A cowardly culprit, Arg. His outer thought bird made him build it. Exactly. But the angle was never brought up in court. The angle that a ghost did it? Yeah, I wonder why that wasn't brought up in court. And so, as Justice Minister, I must call off the execution at this point.
I knew I was right. It wasn't Detective Jowd. Now we can finally prove that. Thank goodness.
I mean, that's still going to be hard to prove. New evidence has come to light that it wasn't Jowd. Oh, really? What's the evidence? Ghosts. Okay, the minister needs to be retired, and Jowd, you're still under arrest. Like, I go away at sunrise. It's not like I'm going to hang around to corroborate these events. Oh, what? What, Jowd also says ghosts are real? No shit. The guy who'd get off from doing that? Oh, and the girl who's been trying to prove he's innocent for years also claims ghosts. Well, now with 3 people. In those eyes of yours, I see the eyes of that little girl from 10 years ago. Yeah, about that. I'd like a word with you, Jowd. I watch Cold Case. They have ghosts there. Flashbacks. So there you go. Cecil, if you hadn't come to my cell tonight, I would be gone by now without ever having known any of this. This is what I deserve. That's what I told myself these past 5 years. But things are different now. Thanks to you, my eyes have finally been opened. Tonight, I've come into contact with a lot of people's lives and got involved in their fates, and the only reason I was doing it was to regain my own lost memory. But things are different now. We're connected to each other somehow. I just know it. And that's why I need to ask you a few more questions, in order to find out the truth about us. Fair enough. Fire away. Oh dear, so much to ask. A ghost or a pro-assassin with a grudge used a golden opportunity to commit a crime and not be traced at all. By having the angel statue halfway up magically rotate. Arg, we talked about this. It's 100% a ghost. Stop trying to make it this other thing. It's a ghost.
Cecil told me all about it, Detective Jowd. About the manipulator.
It's the We've established it's the manipulator at this point. Who the fuck am I? Yes, it looks like the manipulator really did a number on the minister too. Arg! Thought it was Mukuro Ikisaba. No, she's dead at this point. Please don't pick on the minister. If he dies again, I'm the one who has to save him. Ooh.
Cecil, do you think that's what happened to me too?
What are you talking about, Lynn? Oh yeah, Lynn's died like 4 times tonight. You were manipulated too? Yeah. Again, not an elegant way to die.
There's always a part of me that just couldn't believe it. The image of the one who shot me. But now I see the possibility of a new explanation. A ghost did it.
Do I still watch out for her? Yes. Because despite being dead, she is laying somewhere hidden. In the school.
Who is it, and why did they do it?
Yeah, we need to find out who this manipulator is, and what the hell they're playing at.
That contraption was a birthday surprise for Camilla's mother, wasn't it?
They were in fucking shock. Who can say all they remember is correct? You are nitpicking the stupidest point. The game at this point has so established the dead have powers and has brought up this manipulator as having manipulated people across multiple instances. And you're dancing on a very, very fine head of a pin, being like, but that one thing might have been a professional who used a Rube Goldberg machine he didn't possibly know existed until the day it was made, the same day it went off. Eh? It's like, no. Stop arguing that point. It doesn't work. And it's not correct. Even if you somehow made it make sense, which it doesn't, it's still not correct.
So stop arguing it. The contraption was for a birthday surprise for Camilla's mother. That's correct. Something's been bothering me about it. I feel I know that device from somewhere. No surprise there. You lost your life to it once tonight because of that machine. Right? I knew it. See, Jowd?
No, I'm afraid I don't see.
I told Jowd about it. Told him about seeing the exact same contraption night in a completely different place. Yeah, I want to know what the hell that was doing there.
That's very strange indeed. A junkyard on the edge of town. I've never even heard of the place. And what's more, I've never told a soul about the contraption.
You haven't? That old pigeon guy. Who in the world is he? Jowd, you must have heard this name before.
Temsic. Watch this pigeon guy actually be a master assassin who manipulated it, and then I look like a fucking dick for yelling at Arg. That's what's gonna happen, and I'm gonna have to apologize.
The meteorite that fell in the park 10 years ago. You were there.
So you found out about that, did you?
I heard the meteorite saved little Lynn's life.
That's correct. I couldn't do anything to help Lynn that day.
But in that case, I don't get it. If it's true, doesn't it mean you didn't steal someone's life away? What are you talking about? Detective Jowd, you told me that 10 years ago, the person who killed the perpetrator in the park was you. What? But it was a meteorite.
I wasn't lying. I really am can you summon meteorites? Because that would be fucking rad. I stole that man's life away. No question, it was entirely my fault. I guess the man can summon meteorites. You don't have your meetings there? What, in the junkyard? I was just about to shoot him. I would have shot him in the next instant if the meteorite hadn't come. At that point, I was already a murderer. That's not how that works. That's not, yeah, thank you. That's not true at all. What kind of fucking backwards ass logic is that?
You were trying to save me.
Lynn, I'm sorry, but I don't think that's really it. I just really wanted to shoot a man.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Skip over the entire possibility without any explanation, because it's at this point in the game, it's not a possibility. So I had to lean into the ghost angle this hard. Of the game called Ghost Trick Phantom Detective. How dare they lean into a ghost angle? Main character's ghost powers to make every fucking crime related to the ghost angle. Well, no, obviously not, but the one where impossible things happened and objects were manipulated kind of does, because that's what we've been doing the whole game. Another place. In police headquarters interrogation room. The worst sort of incident. A suspect who's being questioned escaped.
Wow, didn't know about that.
I happened to be there in the detective division, so I joined in the chase. Still saying Vince McMahon might be involved? It's true. He's actually the meteorite. How come I don't summon meteors? I'm not as skilled. Fortunately, or I guess unfortunately, I was able to track him down alone in the park.
So they already had him in custody. He escaped, and then Jowd chased after him.
Fired a warning shot. I wanted to catch him bad. The warning shot made him panic. At the time, I was young and green detective, brandishing my sense of justice like a sword. I made him panic and got you involved, Lynn. It was my fault. That is some hardcore blaming yourself, dude. That is real not at all how that would have happened.
Network error. Uh-oh. My internet down? Or is my stream down just on my end?
Or is the stream down entirely?
No, my stream's still up. Huh. Oh, but it says unstable. Yo, my bitrate is tanking. What the fuck is going... No, my stream is messed up. What the shit?
At least it is on my end. Don't know if it is. No idea how I'm looking, but,
yeah, I don't know what's going on. My internet is suddenly tanked. Oh, nope. There it is. There's a notification. Stream is attempting to reconnect. It disconnected.
Oh, dear.
That fix it? My back?
Still says unstable. Didn't affect the recording in any way. It definitely says I am offline, though. But that still says I'm live. It's just 0 fucking viewers. Refresh chat. It's not just you, yeah. It says welcome to chat room. It says I'm still streaming. Redeem Battle Royale. So the chat's updating. Huh. What if I end the stream and go live again?